Madam Chair, the time is now 1 p.m.
Thank you, sir. And good afternoon. Welcome to the July 21st, 2024 meeting of the Jefferson County Board of Zoning Adjustment. The Board of Zoning Adjustment is a 5-member board. 3 affirmative votes are required to approve a request for variance or other appeal. For anyone addressing the board today, please give us your name and address for the record, and then tell us what your hardship is or what your objection to this request may be. You will be given our decision today verbally, and you will receive our decision in writing within 10 days. Zoning approvals can be issued immediately following the hearing in our office at room B200. However, you will first be required to obtain a permit from the Jefferson County Department of Health if your application involves connection to a septic tank, or the Jefferson County Environmental Services Department if your application involves connection to sanitary sewer. Anyone disagreeing with the board's decision today has 15 days in which to file an appeal in circuit court. Also, we would ask that you silence any electronic devices during this hearing. First item on the agenda today is case number A240024, property owner Bobby Coleman and is it Takara? I hope I pronounced that correctly, Coleman. Would staff please present the case?
Yes, ma'am. This is case A240024. It's a request for a use variance to allow a home occupation office for online firearm sales. Existing land uses of residence. It contains 0.16 acres. The property is within a cul-de-sac, within a garden home. As you can see right there, the cul-de-sac. Also to the right over there is the zoning A1 surrounded. The RG zoning district is surrounded by A1 agriculture and municipality on the east side. The property is within a cul-de-sac, within a garden home development in RG zoning. The property also backs up to an undeveloped common area between 2 cul-de-sacs. Section 609.01 use regulations and does not allow for home occupation in RG. Staff talked about it, and that's something that with technology and COVID that we need to revisit after our comprehensive plan has been completed. The business will work as follows. Consumer will purchase firearms over the internet. Being illegal to ship directly to the purchaser, the guns will be shipped to the applicant. All transactions will be conducted online. Any orders within will be sent to other federal firearm license companies where the customer can pick them up. No customers will be coming to the residence on the property. Previous requests for home occupations where the business involved patrons visiting the residence in question, the board may wish to put a time limit stipulation to ensure compliance with the Article 16. Board presidents since 1995, 12 cases have been allowed for home occupations in residential districts that otherwise exclude the practice. In only 2 cases, both regarding the same property, the business in question was involved with customers visiting the property. That being said, staff recommends approval with a stipulation for a period of 1 year during which the time the use of the property shall be monitored by staff. Following the 1 year period, the board may exercise the privilege to reconsider the case should there be sufficient concern of staff or the public to do so.
Thank you. Does any member of the board have questions for staff or the applicant regarding this case? Can the applicant come forward? Yes. Would the applicant please come forward? A question from the board member. State your name and address, please.
My name is Bobby Coleman. Address is 5142 Meadow Creek Court, Bessemer, Alabama, 35022.
Mr. Coleman, can you explain how your online service works?
Yes, ma'am. So the way that my business works is it's not a business where I sell directly to customers, per se. I sell to other businesses that have federal firearms licenses. So if a customer, say, goes onto my website and orders a firearm, they have to select another business that has a current federal firearms license that I would then ship the firearm to, who would then complete all of the necessary paperwork before the person is able to actually receive the firearm themselves. So it would not be something where someone could buy it directly from me online. No, ma'am.
So, and you don't store the firearms in your residence?
I do, but I store them within a safe. I have a safe as well as multiple other security measures within the home that I have outlined, if you guys needed to see that, to include, it's within my garage. It's within a 72-gun safe that includes closed caption monitoring. I also have electronic locks on both ends so that my garage cannot be opened by anyone else. And from the inside, I have an electronic door lock so that I can make it completely isolated. So if there's anyone that's within my home, they cannot access it without a door code. And all of this, I receive information from on my electronic device as well.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Coleman. Okay, does any other member of the board have questions for the staff or applicant? Okay. At this time, we would like to open a public hearing regarding this item. Is there anyone here who wishes to speak in opposition or support to this request? Okay. If there is no opposition, and I believe, Mr. Coleman, you've already spoke. Okay. If there's no opposition, are there any... Sorry, the public hearing is now closed. Can I have a motion from the board?
Madam Chair, I recommend approval of case number A-24-0024 with the following stipulation. For a period of 1 year, during which time the use of the property shall be monitored by staff. Following the 1 year period, the board may exercise the privilege to reconsider the case should there be sufficient concern of staff or the public to do so.
Okay, thank you.
I second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any against? Okay, your variance has been granted. Okay, next case is case number A-24-0025, property owner Rock Mountain Lake Baptist Church. Would staff please present the case?
Yes, ma'am. This is case A-24-0025, a variance for the terms of the zoning regulations to allow the addition of a 21-square-foot digital message sign to a community identification sign located on church property, resulting in overall signage greater than the maximum allowed. Zoning district is institutional 1, it's 0.86 acres. As you can see, the existing before pictures what the sign looks like at this time. The request is for the after with the message board on top. Section 1302.03 signs permitted in the institutional 1 districts allow for only one sign in institutional zoning that is restricted to 60 square feet. The message sign also has been approved by the P&Z board because of another zoning regulation which requires message boards to be along highways or major highways. There's no hardship associated with the land in this request. The only problem is the particular sign requirements allowed in institutional district. The property is owned by a church. The existing sign is on property that is owned by a church. I must also say that the fire department is the applicant for this sign request, and they want an electronic message board on top. The next slide here shows the dimensions and size on what they are proposing. That being said, staff recommends approval for case A240025.
Thank you. Does any member of the board have questions for staff or the applicant regarding this case? Okay. At this time, we would like to open a public hearing regarding this item. Is there anyone here who wishes to speak in opposition or support to this request? Okay. If not, then this public hearing is now closed. Can I have a motion from the board?
Madam Chair, I recommend that case number A-24-002 be approved.
I second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any against? The variance has been granted. Next case is case number A240026. Property owner Deborah Unlow, Stephen Helms, and Brenda Wade. Would staff please present the case?
Yes, ma'am. This is a variance for the terms of the zoning regulation to allow recording of a two-lot subdivision with each lot containing less than the minimum required 1 acre, and to allow the existing recording of the property resulting in an existing attached carport on lot 1 be located 4 feet to the southeast of the property. Again, the property is zone A1 agricultural, 0.07 acres. The property retains its original A1 zoning. The reason for the variances are section 701.02, minimum lot size requiring 1 acre lots in A1 zoning, and also the minimum yard requirements for A1 zoning from section 701.02C. I thought we had the plot plan here. Again, we don't. However, 25, sorry. 26, there we go. Lot 1, as you can see, is in lot 2, you can see that the garage right there with the dimensions is closer in the yard requirements. On the next slide, you can see the zoning, and also you can see that there are other lots that are less than the minimum requirement. Lot 1, which is similar to Lot 2, Lot 2 proposed is larger than several other lots within this community. With regards to the carport on Lot 1, the structure is within a common roof line with the residence and another carport. As such, the required building setbacks along the property line should be 35 feet. The proposed division of the property resulted in the structure being located only 4 feet from the rear property line. There have been 49 requests for variances to allow recording of a subdivision in this situation. Only 3 cases were denied. 2 were denied, one in 2015 and the other in 2017. And they were surrounded by property which had lots with a lot more square footage than these 2. Therefore, staff, with that being said, staff recommends approval of case 0026.
Thank you. Does any member of the board have questions for staff or the applicant regarding this case? If not, at this time, we would like to open a public hearing regarding this item. Is there anyone here who wishes to speak in opposition or support to this request? If there's no opposition on it, then this public hearing is now closed. Can I have a motion from the board?
Madam Chair, I make a motion to approve case A-24-0026.
All in favor?
Second the motion.
Oh, I'm sorry, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any against? Okay, then the variance has been granted. Okay, and our last case, I believe, for today is case number A240027, Annie Mae Thomas and J.D. Thomas Jr. Would staff please present the case?
Yes, ma'am, this is case A240027. Staff has been, well, let me say this. This is a variance for the terms of the zoning regulations to allow recording of a 3-lot subdivision resulting in one lot having less than an acre and an existing residence on lot 2 being 21 feet to the rear property line, and an existing commercial building on lot 3 being located 21 feet from the side property line and 15 feet to the rear. Staff has just been notified that there's an existing structure on the property, and staff is recommending that we carry over this case to get more information on the usage of that additional structure on the property.
Okay, thank you. Does any member of the board have questions for staff or the applicant regarding this particular case? At this time, we would like to open a public hearing regarding this item. Is there anyone here who wishes to speak in opposition or in support to this request? Okay, would you like to speak, sir?
My name's
Please step forward, give your name and address.
my name's Thomas Dreer with Wygan. This was a proposed subdivision plat that we were trying to get variances for, and I've talked to Andrew and Michael about it. But yes, we're looking into the issue with the accessory structure right now, which I think I emailed Michael about that this morning. But it's like a detached structure that was it was a garage, but they put an HVAC unit in it, and then there was somebody living there, but she said she needs to move them out. She can, but that's what the homeowner told me this morning. So, but all in all, the purpose of it is to subdivide her family land to make it more attractive, to separate the commercial and residential stuff going on, and so she can sell it without a bunch of buildings that nobody really needs all of them, kind of thing. But she says she wanted to keep one because she's got more property. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at with it.
Okay, does the board have any questions?
173 Oxmoor Road.
Thank you. Anyone else in opposition or in favor of this? If not, this public hearing, excuse me, is now closed. Can I have a motion from the board?
Madam Chair, I make a recommendation that the case number A-24-0027 be carried over so that the staff have ample opportunity to investigate the existing garage structure.
I second the motion.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Any against? Okay. This will be, this grant has been granted with the condition stated as a carryover. And that is all for today. So, have all members of the board had a chance to review the case materials and minutes from the June 24th, 2024 hearing that were sent to us electronically?
Yes.
Can I have a motion from the board regarding the minutes from the June 24th?
Madam Chair, I make a motion to suspend the reading of the June 24th, 2024 minutes and approve as written.
Do I have a second?
I second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Minutes stand as written. Thank you. What is that?
When it loads up in.
Hold on.
Oh, Lord. No, no, no.
You know what?
I should have gone.
No. I
could have loaded up. I didn't think.
no. That's the wrong number on it. That was my bad.
Oh, I know. I'm going with some of my grandbabies tomorrow to
No, I
Great
did all
Wolf
this
Lodge
Friday
in
before I got
LaGrange,
out of
Georgia.
I just didn't change that number.
I was really shocked and pleased.
It's okay.
One of my daughter-in-laws is like, but one, when I